Alright, so we're going to be talking some Nigerian women's football in this one. We got a couple, well not a couple, we got 3 topics to touch on in this video. First we're going to talk about a key Super Falcons player making a move from one club to another. Then we're going to talk about the under-17s, the Flamingos. They just hit camp as they're getting ready for the under-17 Women's World Cup, which will be hosted in Dominican Republic. And last but definitely not least, we're going to talk about that final coming up tomorrow. Edo Queens playing in the final of the WAFU B Women's Champions League qualifiers. Definitely got to say a couple of things about that. But before all that though, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much. So yeah, we're going to start with the Super Falcon player, and that player's name is Chidinma Okeke, fullback for the team. She can also play as a central defender. She played every match at the Olympic Games for the Super Falcons, and she's making a move from Japan, the Japanese women's top flight, to the Mexican women's top flight. She leaves Ainonvi FC of Japan, and she will be playing for Club America in the Liga MX Femenil in Mexico. So first of all, that takes up the number of Super Falcons players in the Mexican League right there. Of course, we got Osinachi Ohale and Chiwendui Jesus playing for Pachuca. Then we got Vivian Ikechukwu, who just recently moved to Cruz Azul. And now we got Chidinma Okeke playing for Club America. Now from the reports I've been looking at, it seems like she's going to be coming into the team to replace a player that just left. And they're expecting her to come in and take that position. Now for me, I feel like this is a good move for Chidinma Okeke. I feel the Mexican League, like I've said a couple of times already, the Mexican League is on the up. You see American players playing in the Mexican League. They're trying to get the best players possible, and what that means is that you're going to be going up against some really quality players night in, night out. I mean, they got the coaches, they got the facilities, so I don't see anything wrong with going to the Mexican women's top flight. Now moving on, and we're going to talk about the Flamingos, Nigeria's under-17 women's national team. Of course, like I said, they got the World Cup coming up, the under-17 Women's World Cup. It will be hosted in Dominican Republic from October to November. I think October 16th to November 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. So a couple of days ago, it was reported that head coach of the side, Bankole Olowokere, invited 35 players into camp. So it's basically the majority of players who helped the team qualify for the World Cup, with some other few players sprinkled in with the bunch. When you look at the players selected, no real surprises. You got Tawa Falabi, midfielder for Delta Queens, was part of the under-17s at the last World Cup, just like Mary Aderemi for Bielsa Queens. Both of them were on that team. You also got, of course, Chidi Harmony of Emo Strikers, leading scorer for this team throughout the qualifiers. Scored 12 goals, if I'm not wrong right there. I think she scored 12 goals through the qualifiers. And of course, she's also part of a duo, the Peace and Harmony duo. Peace F. Young in the team, Rivers Angels forward. And I gotta go back a little bit. Let me take it back to the midfielders. Shakira Moshood Abidemi. That player for Bielsa Queens was a top player for this team during qualifiers. And you definitely can't forget players like Ramota Kareem and Kudirat Arogundade. Ramota Kareem plays for Honey Badgers, and Kudirat Arogundade plays for Greenfoot. I'm thinking they're going to be in camp all the way till the World Cup starts, because we got less than 2 months until the start of that competition. So next up, and last but not least, we're going to talk about Edo Queens and their final matchup against Ainonvi FC of Benin Republic, WAFU B Women's Champions League qualifiers. The game will be played tomorrow, Friday, the 23rd of August. Don't know the exact time of the match because the WAFU people have not put out the schedule, but we do know the match will be played on Friday, probably around 4 or 5, maybe 6 p.m. Nigerian time. I will try to let you guys know once I get that information. So definitely stay tuned to the channel, and I will get it to you when I get it. But speaking of the match, I expect this to be a pretty good matchup right here. Ainonvi FC, just like Edo Queens, are undefeated in this competition. And for me, I feel like this is probably the best WAFU Champions League qualification tournament there's been since the beginning. I feel like Edo Queens have played tough matches in almost all their games. Maybe the first one you could say AS Garde not that good, but you go to the second one, Hasakas, they were a pretty good team. Then you go to the third one, the team from Burkina Faso, Omni Sport and Tessel, they were a pretty good team also. Then you get to the Ivorian team, who played some pretty good football, created a bunch of chances unlike the previous matches. So we've been getting tested by all these teams, and that's definitely a good look right there. Now for Edo Queens, they definitely have to know that the job is not done. Yes, it's all good and dandy that you've made it to the final of this competition, but you look back at the history of this competition, every single Nigerian side that has been in this competition has made it to the final. So yes, it's a good feat, but it's not that big a deal. What you really want to do is win this competition. Now, only one Nigerian team has actually done that, and that was Bayelsa Queens, who won it a couple of years ago. So you can put yourself alongside them by actually winning. But just getting there, that's something that every single Nigerian team has done. So you have to be focused for this match right here. It is a real big deal. I'm pretty sure it might be only one team from this WAFU B that will be going to the Champions League. So this is definitely a must win right here. But that's about that for this video. Let me know your thoughts on these topics right here. And please don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.